Good afternoon, Chair Chan, Chair Feeney. Thank you so much for the opportunity to testify before you this afternoon. My name is Christina Fisher. I'm the Executive Director for the Northeast for Technet. Since I've been before you before, I won't go through the whole spiel on who Technet is, but I did want to first start by saying that we're here in opposition to the red to repair bills. We've heard a lot of conversations here today, so I'll try not to repeat what's been said before me, but I think something that's resonated with me is something that you heard early on here, is this is legislation in search of a problem. If the problem that we're seeing here is a concern for consumer choice, I think that it's been demonstrated today that there is consumer choice. You can go to your original manufacturer to get a repair, you can go to an authorized dealer to get a repair, or you can go to an independent repair shop to get a repair. There's plenty of consumer choice. Consumers can choose which electronics they buy, and they can choose whether, if they don't like certain manufacturers, to choose other ones in the future. But the reality is that some of the people that you're hearing from today greatly seek to profit off of this legislation being passed. Second, if another conversation that we've had today is about e-waste and recycling. I don't think that's really the intended goal. I think it's an additional talking point, but if we do have concerns about e-waste and recycling in the state, then we should be having a conversation on how best to improve our e-waste and recycling programs. This legislation has been filed in over 21 states, and no state has passed this legislation, and that's for a reason, including several of your neighboring states which have looked at this, including Vermont, which I know was mentioned earlier, but I think it's worth noting that they conducted a 4-month task force, and ultimately that report resulted in no legislation being filed the next session. I guess I want to conclude just by mentioning that Massachusetts has always prided itself in being pro-innovation, and passing this legislation would send the unintended message to the business community that if you innovate and you create, that you no longer have that value to yourself and that it's allowed to be shared with others. So I encourage the committee to think thoughtfully about this before advancing this legislation. Thank you.